All right. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Thanks for your patience. How are y'all doing? Hi, Lumi. Hi, Miriam. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you guys for being so patient today. Yeah, I had a little walkthrough to handle, so all is well. Oh man, Stephanie, no AC. Wow. I mean, typically where you're at, you don't need it. Yep. Hi, Renee. Hi, Sarah. Let me turn up my mic just a little bit. That should help. Chug, chug, chug. Hi, good morning, Nicolette. So good to see you all here. Hi, Miss Metaphysical. Hello, hello. Welcome. And happy September again. Wow. Making our way through this month, huh? So, TBH, guys, I was having a bit of a rough weekend. Man, emotionally, this has just been a tough one for me. Maybe it's eclipse season, maybe it's my cycle, but I was really going through it this weekend. And, you know, this thing that I had to handle this morning was kind of like another step forwards in like a series of things I need to accomplish over the next few weeks, and it went really well. So I'm feeling a lot more relieved in my heart space. Finding a new home to be in is really hard, and I'm going through a bit of emotions leaving this space, this, you know, awesome little garage I've been teaching out of, and I'm really going to miss it, but I have to trust and believe that the next spot I'm going to have is also going to be great. If anything, yoga teaches us to be physically flexible, but also flexible in our spirits and in our minds, right? Dealing with adversity on our mat, hopping around and doing things. So, gonna make it happen. So all is well, all is well. Thank you, Lumi, I know. Ugh, girl, going through it. But all of it is for the good, yeah? It's all for the good. It just, sometimes when you need to get to the next greatest thing, you have to do a little bit of sacrifice and go through some discomfort, right? All change requires a little bit of discomfort, right? It is, Stephanie, it is. It is, it is. And I know this heat wave has been brutal for everybody here in Southern California. I am grateful to be moving to a place that is typically cooler in the year. So I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited. Sarah says, I feel you so much. I was in a similar space this weekend, moving, and all the surround paperwork alone is stressful enough without the emotions. Yes, it's so true. It's so true. It takes a lot out of you to, I don't know what it is. There's something a little dehumanizing about filling out the paperwork. It's like, please choose me. Look at me on paper. Oh my gosh. So my situation, you know, we're in a good situation. We're going to find something great, and we're going to be in a place that we really love. So I know that for sure. But let's talk about what we're going to do today. You know what I've been really liking? I know, Lumi, I know. I've been kind of like drizzling it out there little bit by little bit, but my husband, my partner, he started his new job today. So because we have to move because it's far. So he's living in corporate housing during the week because it's that far. So I'm home by myself. But he started today, so the new chapter begins. Yeah. All is well. All is well. It's an exciting chapter for him, and I'm very proud of him. He's very deserving of this new position. So yeah, like I was saying, the way we've been kind of moving through the week. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you. Yes, it'll be over before we know it. We'll be in the new spot by Halloween, and I can do a quick spooky decoration. Yes, we will be fine. Thank you guys for your love. Thank you so much. Let's pick some shapes to work on today, yeah? Let's see, what did we work on last week? What did we work on last week? I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember. Oh, we did wheel. We were doing wheel, and we did frog, and we did boat. That was cool. Let's see. I feel like I'm literally pulling tarot cards right now. Let's see where our adventures take us today. I guess we're doing some more back bends, guys. Bow pose. Don your asana. You know, when I lead teacher trainings, the way I like to tell people to remember this pose is to don their asana. Don your asana. Show your booty to the sky. Let's see what else we got. We've been doing like 3. Ugh, my favorite. Ugh, how did I do this? Paschimottanasana. Honestly, we should stay in Paschimottanasana the whole time. Upward bow and Paschimo. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. How did I do it? We pretty much do warrior 2 every time. But you know what would be a fun thing? Let's go to these modifications. I was wanting to do some of these shoulder openers and binds. I think this would be a nice thing to work on today, is some binds and things, yeah? All right, gang. Let me make sure I've got the right thing set up over here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. I'll turn that music down. Oh, I know, binds are so good, right? Let's bind and let's unfucking wind, okay? Let's do it. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change over to my headphones. That way I just have a little more freedom with my noodle. I know I'm starting a little late. Thanks for your patience. Patience. Patience, please. Excuse me. Let me put it here on my phone. You know what I've been vibing with, you guys? Okay, so I came across this, I don't know how I came across this, but it's a pre-revolution psychedelic rock from Iran. So 1973 to 1979, this artist is called Kurosh Yagmay. I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but hell yeah. The psychedelic rock from Iran, mid-70s. Amazing. So I'm going to vibe to that today. Free Palestine. All right, gang. Let's get started standing since we started a little late. If you feel like you have really tight shoulders, maybe you have a little strap for yourself. Shake out your arms a little bit. Ground yourself. Move through your breath. Sometimes when my heart feels heavy, I like to place a hand or both hands onto my heart. And we'll take 3 cycles of breath here. Good. When we make it back towards center, let's organize our feet directly underneath us, and we'll reach our arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, breath. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Repeat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Last time, reach your arms up. And exhale, fold forwards. From this hanging position, lengthen out through your spine. Find a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Feeling that stretch into your calves and hamstrings. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, lengthen out through the spine. Bring your fingertips to the ground or onto your blocks, and let's cross the right leg behind the left. Bend into the left knee. Feel the right leg go along, the hips shift. Walk both hands over towards the left. Good, we'll walk ourselves back through center, uncross, recross the legs. Let's do the same thing other side. Bend into the right knee, lengthen out through the left legs, walk hands or hands on blocks over towards your right. All right, we'll bring ourselves back towards center, halfway lift, inhale, breath. And exhale, plant your hands, step back. High plank position. Pause in this high plank, pushing away from the ground, feeling the space between your shoulder blades bubble up towards the ceiling. Glide forward slightly and backwards. Good, keep going with those little glides. In 10 seconds, we're gonna bring our knees on the ground and make this movement bigger. Good, 3. Last 2. Last 1, shift forward, lower the knees down, and then move back and forth, taking some of the flexion off of your wrist. Inviting you guys to move through your spine, cat-cow style, while shifting forward and backwards. If that's a little too much to manage, know that you can just cat-cow like a normal person. Good, now the next time we make it back forwards, organize the knees underneath you. Left hand works center, right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Inhale, breath. Exhale, take it into thread the needle. So arm goes underneath you, shoulder and ear to the ground. Left hand can stay in front of your face, work overhead, or what I want to invite all of us to do is half bind. So reaching the left arm around your body, maybe fishing the fingertips into the inner thigh, or just resting the hand onto the low back. We worked this last week, but if you want to do some balancing, extending the left leg back, picking it up and off of the ground. Now square hips, strong back line, super essential for this. Last 3. Last 2. And bring the left knee back down towards the ground if it's up. Plant your left hand. Let's open up into modified side plank towards the other side. We're going to kind of copy and repeat some sequences we've been doing over the weeks. So circle out the wrist, reverse that circle, and then work through the shoulder. Nice, other way. Reach the arm back, lift up the leg. Bring the heel in towards your bum, capture the top of the foot. Start with a quad stretch, so try to bring the heel in towards your seat as best you can. Now open up through the front line, kick the leg back. Nice, let's release this right leg, attach the foot to the ground and bring your torso up. Let's open up your right hip, bring the right knee into a bent position, and your left leg can adjust to make it comfortable for you to be in this shape right here. Let's go through some bends and extends, facing the back of our mat. I love doing this as a warm-up for Warrior 2. Really teaches you to have your hips in the right spot for that shape. All right. Now let's lengthen out the right leg all the way. You can point your toe or flex. Let's take it into gate pose. Right arm down, left arm high. Take a breath in. And with your exhale, let's bring it all the way back towards the front. Nice. Let's do all that on the other side, shall we? All right, so right hand centers, left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Oh, my spine wants to pop. All right, take the left arm underneath you, shoulder, ear to the ground. Right hand, copy what you did on the other side. My suggestion was to take it into your half bind. Great if you worked balance time with me. Extend through the right leg and lift. Last 3, 2, and return the knee down, right hand to the floor. Open up into your modified side plank position. Circle out your left wrist. Reverse that circle. Nice, take it through your shoulders. Reverse. And once that arm sweeps back, lift up the left leg. Bring the heel in towards your seat. So our focus is quad. Now do the opposite. Kick the leg back, open up through the front line. Love how this feels for the shoulder as well. Release the leg, attach the foot, bring yourself up. And we're going to get adjusted for our grounded Warrior 2. Same thing, going through those bends and extends. I think we're going to take off my shirt now. All right. Also this top, so freaking cute. We love a mesh peekaboo. All right, let's lengthen through the left leg. Get set up for your gate. Tilt, shift. Left hand down, right arm high. All right, let's bring ourselves all the way back towards the front. Return, left knee underneath you. We'll reach the heart space forward, inhale breath. And with your exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. All right, now we're gonna start some movements. Know that you can step or you can start to work through hops. Anytime I'm giving you the cue to travel to the top of your mat, yeah? All right, lift up your heels, inhale. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, travel to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, pull yourself deep, even feel like you're curling your chin in towards your chest there. Now inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, take hands towards heart center. Again, reach the arms up. And with your exhale, swan dive, forward fold, take it down. Halfway lifts. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, chaturanga dandasana. Bend your elbows. You can do low cobras or upward facing dog, whatever your spine feels ready for. Downward facing. Inhale, breath. Exhale out. Lift up your heels, bend your knees, travel to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms back up. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lifts and chaturangas. Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha, downward facing. Good, let's go for one more. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lifts. Exhale, plant your hands, chaturangas. Upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now base out your stance a little bit. Let's go for down dog twist. Okay, let's do the same thing, other side. All right, let's bring ourselves back into our downward facing dog. And then we're gonna transition both of our feet to the front and into malasana. Nice, now we're gonna add in a little bind here. I like to call this one funky chicken. So we're gonna lean off to one side. Right arm, like a little wing, is going to internally rotate. Palm of the hand goes into your hip crease. Same thing with the other side. Now, the way that this opens up through our shoulders is we're just pushing the inner knees into those inner arms. Good, last 3. Last 2. And after 1, let's take our hands out from our legs, wow, and open up the arms wide. Now from this wide position, open up towards the right. So your right arm is reaching higher than the left. Feel free here to add in a half or full bind. So creating a bind behind the leg. Good, open up, same thing other side. Nice, take it back towards center, inhale breath. Exhale, push all the way up towards standing. Heel toe the feet together, and let's sit back into Utkatasana, chair shape. Bend into your knees, reach the arms upper hand corner. Take a breath in. Exhale, sweep the arms back and lift up your heels. Nice. Inhale back into your chair. And exhale, forward fold, take it down. Halfway lift, inhale, breath. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. With your next inhale, lift up your right leg. Try to keep it square. Step through to low lunge position. Virabhadrasana 1. Turn your left toes out, reach your arms up. Now here, try to take the hips underneath you. Feel the opening into the front of your hip flexor. Hands come behind you. Let's go for a full bind here. Interlace the hands, press the palms together. Lift through the heart space, humble warrior. Right shoulder down towards the knee, or even to the inside if you have that spaciousness in the legs. Breaths in, breaths out. With your inhale, rise all the way up into your warrior 1. And then let's take ourselves into our warrior 2. Nice. Let's go reverse warrior. Here, feel free to add in a half bind. So left arm wraps around the body as that right arm reaches up and high. Great. Side angle, feel free to keep the bind or turn it into full. So binding both of the arms underneath you. I know it's a lot to do at once. Last 3. Last 2. And let's release on 1. Lengthen through your right leg. Take it into Trikonasana, triangle position. You're already there. Good. 3. Last 2. And let's bring it back down towards the ground. Bend into your front knee. Heel toe the right leg a little bit wider. And once you have both of your hands firm to the ground, squeeze the right knee in towards your outer right arm. Bend the right knee, extend the leg back. High to mid plank, Ekapada. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's keep going. Left leg lifts. Square as possible through the hip. Knee to nose, step through low lunge. Virabhadrasana 1, rise and stack. Now, I always like to take a moment in my warrior 1 because this is a challenging setup. Right? A lot of things happening in the body. I want you to feel like that pelvis is underneath you and that you're pressing and really lifting off of the outer edge of the back foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the hands behind you. Bind, reach up the heart space. Humble warrior. Left shoulder towards the left thigh. Let's bring ourselves back up and transition into our warrior 2. With your inhale, reverse with your half bind. And exhale, take it into your side angle, keeping the bind or turning it into full. Nice, let's release the hands. Take it into your Trikonasana, triangle pose. Take a breath in. And with your exhale, let's release down. Heel toe the left foot wider. Press outer edge into the outer thigh, or outer thigh, inner thigh into the outer arm. Bend into the left knee, feel that squeeze. Move through Chata. Upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breath reset. Option if you wanted to take your forearms down to the ground. I'm going to go through another round of this. All right, if you're on your forearms, work your knees down. If you're in down dog, also work the knees down. Take a quick sip of water. So I really like to do ladder flows, as you all know. So we're gonna ladder this out a little bit, which means each time we do it, we're just gonna add on a little piece. Now, one of the first pieces we are going to add, if you want to, also know that these additions can be totally optional based on your level. But one of the things I do like to do as a transition is switch kicks. So if you want to work your inversions, I love switch kicking into warrior one. So essentially, whichever leg you lift, right, you'll hop up, switch the legs, and then land with whichever foot we need to at the front. So because we're lifting up our right leg, right, we're gonna hop, swap the legs, so our right foot lands at the front and left foot goes back. Yeah? Cool. Let's try a couple of those, shall we? So again, right leg lifts. Again, this is where squareness is important. Switch. And compress to land at the front. Feel free to try a couple. I say if you do a good one, stick with that good one, and I just did a good one. All right, once your right foot is at the front, let's go warrior one. Create your chest expansion, inhale, and exhale, work the right shoulder down. With your inhale, bring it back up, warrior one. And exhale, warrior two. Good. Let's go reverse, option for that bind. And exhale, taking it into your side angle or fully bound side angle. Good. Now on this last one, we released into our triangle shape. You can release the arms to go into triangle or keep your bind and take it into your triangle shape. Last three, last two, and rebend into your front knee. Let's add on one piece. Take it into reverse triangle. So open arms, reaching up and back, and then with your exhale, take it down towards the ground. Ekapada Chaturanga, upward facing, and exhale, downward facing dog. All right, let's do the other side. So we had that option for switch kick. So left leg lifts, square hip. All right, warrior one. Take the hands behind, find your bind. Lift the chest, shoulder down. With your inhale, let's bring it up. Warrior two. Half bound reverse. Option to take it into your fully bound side angle. Awesome, fully bound triangle. Last three. Last two. And let's rebend into the front knee. Release into your reverse triangle. And exhale, take it down. Ekapada Chaturanga, high to mid plank. Good, upward facing dog. And exhale, let's put our knees down onto the ground and take ourselves into either child's pose or start to prepare yourself for puppy position. So in our puppy, right, our hips staying stacked or a little bit in front of the knees. I like a little bit in front if it makes, giving yourself space to work that a little more accessible. And something I was doing with Irene that I really like is this mat pull puppy pose. What I like about it is the pulling sensation helps me activate through the arms a lot more. All right, so whatever you're in, child's pose or puppy, we've got 20 more seconds. All right, let's start to work our way out of this. Give your arms a little shake out. And before we go into our last bit of flow, I do want to work a little bit more depth into the hamstrings to prepare us for birds of paradise. Yeah? So let's come onto our seat. Take your legs forward in front of you. You're not in your widest straddle. You're going to be in a very modest straddle for you. So whatever that looks like. And then try to sit up tall, even if it means you need to bend your knees a little bit. Hands can be behind your head, out to your side, or on your hips. And let's take some good morning stretches. Hamstrings still feel tight. All right, now before we go forward for the last time, let's all bring a pretty healthy bend into our knees and then move as far forwards as you can. You can rest your hands onto like your feet or your legs. If you're very flexible, you can also move the arms underneath the knees, potentially even go into Kurmasana. So in our Kurmasana, we're fully prostrate onto the floor and we're lengthening out through our legs. If you're pretty comfy in your Kurmasana, you can also work a bind here. All right, guys, however far you are, let's bring you all the way back up. Bring the legs together, and let's take one of those Paschimottanasana, shall we? Hinge forward from the hips, work over the legs. Nice. Now, an additional challenge here that I'll offer up just because it hit me, it inspired me a little bit. I know this won't work for everybody's space, but if you can, either we're gonna move back like into like tabletop and back to downward facing dog, right? Normally we would just sit off to one side and move into that shape. But if you were feeling hella good and you know you've got the abilities, you can also swim through a middle split. So if your straddles and everything were feeling awesome, take your legs wide, move forwards, sweep the legs back, upward facing dog, and exhale back into downward facing. All right, let's head through this last round of flow, gang. Reaching the right leg high, either step through or switch kick. Warrior one. Exhale, find your bind, and take it into your humble warrior. Rise back up, warrior one. Exhale, two. Inhale, find your half bound reverse warrior, or you can take it into your S grip or Gomukhasana. Great. Release, side angle, or fully bound to prep for Birds of Paradise. So in this Birds of Paradise, your left foot can hop forward or take one big step forwards. And we want this right leg to be nice and high up on the back of our arm or shoulder. Start to rise, pressing through just your left leg until you get into a standing position. Wow, balance feels funky today. Now, before you start extending out your right leg, if you're gonna do that, find your full and complete balance. Focus on something in front of you, use your drishti, and then start to extend through your leg if you want to work that. 3, 2, and return the foot down with control. Once you step back, release, take it into your reverse Trikonasana. And with your exhale, take it all the way back, high to mid plank. Upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, let's do the other side. Left leg lifts, you can step through or switch kick. Take it into your warrior one. Bind, lift the chest. Humble warriors. Rise back up. Almost there, guys. Take it open into your warrior two. Half bound reverse or S grip. Last 3, 2, and release. Side angle, fully bound if you take that. And then option to take it into Birds of Paradise. So once your right foot has made it to the front, starting to slowly ascend. Maybe you also lengthen through the leg. I was really trying to get that extension. Lost my balance. Three, 2, and 1. Return down, step back, reverse triangle. Exhale, take it through, last chaturanga. Upward facing, and with your exhale, rock position. Take the arms behind you, allowing the back body to round. All right, gang. Bring yourself up. And then we're gonna work down onto our tummies to finish class. Especially if you're in SoCal, no AC, definitely take those breaks. You know, I was supposed to go to jujitsu today, but luckily our teacher canceled it because of the heat. They were doing practice throughout this heat wave, and then they're like, you know what? No, this is not good. So I'm relieved. All right. We'll take ourselves down to our tummies, and we're going to start in our Sphinx position. So forearms onto the ground, opening up through the front line of our body. All right, if you want to build a little bit higher, press into your hands, lifting up your elbows, but try to not let the shoulders come into the ears. Try to let your back line and your lats still activate in this shape. All right, let's take your tummies back down to the ground. Walk your hands back by your side. And we're gonna go through that again, but peeling up little bit by little bit and progressing into a cobra. Nice, now push up and back into a tabletop position. Roll out through the spine a couple times. And then take just your right foot to the outside of the right hand. And let's work into a quadricep stretch. So test the waters a little bit here, bending into your left knee. Maybe you reach back and capture the foot. And we'll release that foot, bring yourself back up, and we'll do the same thing, other side. So left foot forward. Test the waters a little bit with your opposite leg, quadricep stretch. All right, and we'll release. And then we'll come back down onto our stomachs. All right, so we're gonna work that floor bow. Dawn your asana. This can be a tough one, especially if reaching back for your feet is tough. So you can, if this is, a hard one for you, you can, wrap a strap around you. It's a little difficult to loop it up and strap it up, but I believe in you guys. So we'll lay all the way flat. We'll bring our heels in towards our seat. Reach back for your feet. And once you're captured there, see if that's the right spot you want for your hands, right? So tops of feet or ankles. Now we'll take a breath in. And with your exhale, kick your feet into your hands. Once you're out of space, try to kick the feet up towards the sky. Now this is my favorite time to kind of adjust, grab a little bit higher up on my leg, so more shin bone. Good, 3, 2, and release. All right. Ooh, we're gonna go for one more, but I wanna give you guys the option to try a single-legged version with a flip grip. So typically, right, we're reaching back. And in order to get a flip grip, right, we have to turn it around. This is not a strength for me. I have some shoulder issues that kind of prevent me from doing this one. So if you've got it in your practice, hell yeah, get it. I'm for it for you. So let's try the single-legged on one side, right? So one leg is relaxed, opposite leg bent and in your hand, and then starting to kick in, right? If you're able to flip grip, oh, it's so hard. Ugh. 3, 2, and release. Oh my God, that is hard for me. Opposite side, so either you're single, kick up, or your flip grip. It's so hard. Kick, kick, kick. Last 3, 2, and release on 1. Let's lay onto your back. Oh. All right, rock your knees out from side to side. And then we'll gather our knees in, giving yourself a little hug of appreciation. Happy baby next, feet wide. All right, gather it back in, and let's take a twist. So drop both knees over towards the left. All right, back through center, same thing other side. And we'll take it back towards center and finish in a final resting position. Try to find a shape that allows you to completely soften here. We'll take a deeper breath here. And as always, friends, incredibly grateful for all of you, my sweet, sweet community. I know that no matter what life throws our way, no matter what inconsistencies and curveballs, I know that when I'm consistent with this practice, I feel so much more grounded. All right, my darlings. Wow. Whew. Oh, thank you, my loves. Oh, yes. Yes, thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Lumi. Yes. And all the binds. The binds. Thank you, Netta. Thank you. It means so much to have you here. Actually, Netta, I have an interesting story I want to tell you in private. I'll message you. Thank you, Stephanie. Oh, thank you, Renee. Yes, I love all the binding action too. You know what's great? Since I don't have jujitsu, now I am free the rest of the day to work on things. Yay! Oh, Miriam. So good to see you in class, my dear. Love you, my darlings. I'm gonna take the rest of the day to again work on some costumes, work on my solo piece for Wasteland. Very excited about that. Yay! Thank you, Nicolette. Yes, we found some great options in Long Beach. I'm very excited about. I'm very excited. So, Stephanie, I'll be at Wasteland. I don't know if I'm going to go on Wednesday the 25th or aim to get there early the morning of the 26th. But that final week, probably from Wednesday evening till Sunday is when I'll be gone. So yeah, it's in like 2 weeks. Throw up. I still need to make our costumes for our dance piece, so I'm like starting to see stars about that. But I'll go to the Fabric District this week. I'm gonna go when it's not 100 degrees in Los Angeles. How about that? How about that? Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm excited too. Oh, the duet is so rad, you guys. The duet is fucking awesome. It's so good. It's so good. I'm so excited. We definitely want to bring it to some other events and gigs. So maybe it'll be in a town near you. We'll see. We shall see. Well, all right, my loves. I'm going to get on with it. I'm going to climb up into my attic and get my sewing machine down and check it, see if it still works. I know, I will. I will. If nothing, I'll have somebody perch at the front of the stage with my GoPro, and I'll be like, please, can you please record this? Yeah. But there's a lot of videographers and photographers there, so somebody has to get it. Somebody has to. Thank you, Sarah. I will, you too. I know. I miss Kamar. This whole him being in corporate housing is hard, but it gives me time to focus on the other stuff. All right, my loves. Love you all so much. And if I don't see you this week on Thursday, we're going to do a stress relief session on Thursday. So stress relief techniques, breath, mainly for me. But hey, everybody could benefit from a little stress relief, right? Then I will see you next Monday. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you. All right, my loves. I'll see you next time. Thank you.